Hello, my name is Damir, and in this video I would like to talk about running and why running is interesting. It's 2013. That is my uncle, and that's my grandmother. He broke his leg skiing that year. It was an open fracture, and he spent almost a year recovering at home. Later, the doctor would prescribe him rehabilitation in the form of bicycling. He bought a bike for himself and for me. After 6 months of riding, he will suggest going for a run for the first time. It was my first run, 4 kilometers, and I didn't like it at all. About 5 years later, there was a marathon in my city, and I saw the crowd of people running down the main street with such a festive atmosphere, with a loud music, support groups, thousands of runners. And it pushed me to start running again. And so began my second attempt at running. I like running because that is a fairly budget-friendly sport in the initial stages. Then I just got a t-shirt, preferably made of synthetic material to be more comfortable, as it will sweat when running, and cotton t-shirts take quite a while to dry out. Shirts, any shirts, these are just regular beach shirts, for example. Any sneakers. I think the main thing is not casual sneakers, as they have a rather stiff sole. Again, there is a question of comfort. A non-required item, an app to record your workouts. It's cool to be able to track your progression, your mileage and stuff like that. In general, there is no difference here again, but it's more convenient and use it. I used the application from Adidas, and then later switched to Strava. You put on your sneakers, you start your workout in the app, turn on some music if you want, and you start running. The runs of those years were not much different from the first. I ran very slowly. I didn't look at the pace, I just wasn't interested. I ran very unstable, just when I wanted to, and I wanted it rarely. To make you understand, I had 5 or 6 training sessions a month. I could run for a month and then just stop. Then I also started smoking. At some point, I was smoking and running at the same time. In short, to just complete mess of everything. The problem with all this was that I was running without any purpose, and I think it was the main mistake. If we talk about myself, I have never been attracted to sports. I always been skinny, thin, I didn't run to lose weight, and in general I was healthy, and I ran as aimlessly as possible, and that's how it really was. And I didn't fully understand why I did it. And by the way, here's a workout from that time.
What the hell?
The more often I run, the more interested and involved I became in the sport. YouTube recommendations with videos about running, news feeds. I started to get interested in famous runners, watched different people's workouts, equipment reviews. All of these combined started to form some goals for me. The first goal was to try to run a 5 kilometer under 25 minutes.
Yeah, boy.
After that, under 20 minutes.
Yeah, boy.
Next, I wanted to try to run 10 km in less than 50 minutes. The frequency of training has increased, simply because of the banal curiosity. Can I do it? And I think that's the beauty of running. You don't need anything but yourself, your running shoes, and maybe a watch to keep track of time. And in 2023 I wanted to participate in a city run for the first time. It was called the Winter Run. It's basically the official start of the running season in my town. It's February, it's pretty cold, and we ran along one of the main streets of Almaty. So I think the result is not bad, 10 km and 43.5 minutes. And after this race, the most interesting part of my running hobby began. Running kind of became a part of life. Even in winter, in the off-season, in order not to lose shape, I went to the gym. And you just can't imagine how boring it was just to pump, bench press, squats and so on. So I used to go there just to run on a track. I started to go out more often to different running events, for example, Almaty Half Marathon. And my trainings become more mindful. I would also like to emphasize the importance of my running watches, which had a big impact on my trainings. Imagine yourself as a character in a game that has characteristics. As you gain experience, the level increases. In general, sport watches have a feature called Race Predictor. I don't know about you, but it helps me a lot. Not only to track my progress, but in general, it helps me mentally. For example, you have done a good interval workout, and then you can see how much your workout has affected to your estimated time over a particular distance. Or you can run a workout that wasn't so good, and you can see that your performance is stayed the same. For me, it gives some motivation for the next training sessions. I also realized that the stats on the watches are not accurate, but it helps me. Even though I don't always manage to break the records for the distance, which happened to my last run, and it was the Astana Half Marathon. My goal was to run 21 km in 1 hour and 20 minutes, but it didn't happen. The result is 1 hour and 30 minutes. It was my worst half marathon time. And the funny thing is, I managed to get a prize in the age category, which gives some irony to the situation. It turned out that this failure only motivated me to train harder and better. Running is both simple and exciting at the same time, and that's why I like it. So that's all for now.